I mean, for real though, like society nowadays is just full of a bunch of weak, pathetic, sad excuses of people, man. Like we are spoiled little brats compared to what our ancestors had to go through. Our ancestors were rugged. They built this.
Subscribe to this channel in case you are watching this channel and have not subscribed.
It's easy to cast aspersions on our forebears from our privileged positions in the most powerful, most equitable, most just, most prosperous country in the history of the world. It's far more difficult and humbling to recognize the complexities of history and show gratitude for the people who made our lives possible. All of that is beside the point. All of that has been missed by the ignorant activists who insist that GW ditch the colonial. The point that they're missing is this: the colonials that the mascot represents were not defenders of colonialism. In fact, they were the opposite of defenders of colonialism. They fought a bloody war, they risked their lives to end colonialism in America and to end rule in Great Britain. They wanted their political independence.
Fuck you, you fucking fascist! Shame! 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 Shame!
Oh, these kids are really proving me wrong. You see, because my premise was that these students are ignorant and not well behaved. But they're proving me wrong tonight.
Getting in their fucking faces and shit, man.
They called me a fascist for defending George Washington. Behold your country, leftists. Behold. I hope the camera...
It's these people right here that are trying to get the mascot changed. And it probably worked, which is insanely sad.
Catch all the faces here, too. Because I think this school costs about $70,000 a year to attend. This is the job they've done. Hey, just for the people in the room, if you have, like that guy right there, what did I say that you disagree with? Does anyone have anything? What did I say that any of you disagree with? Can you name one thing? What? Well, what is it? What is it? What did I say? I can't hear over all the shouting and the screeching and the... What did I say that you disagree with? Could you... Thunder? I can't... What are you saying? I can't hear it. So they can't name one thing. They can't name one thing.
That's just
Well, I'm glad that now
sad.
that those people left the room, now we can bring in more people to hear about George Washington. Welcome back in. Glad to hear it. So, well, as I was saying, some kids have missed the point. They missed the point.
What was the point of that? He even gave them an option to say something, to gave them a platform to defend what they're saying, to at least let people know, like, what he's not letting them know. Apparently, like, that's what they're upset about something, and they decided not to. That's so weak to me, dog. Like, come on, like, you had the opportunity. You had a voice to say something for change, and you decided to say, "Fuck you, fascist." That shit's just sad as hell, bro. Like you had your opportunity. It's so annoying. And then they left feeling like they did something. They left feeling strong and like they made a change. They didn't do shit.
Entirely. Because if they were in the room, or if they could listen, or if they had two brain cells to rub together, what they would have realized is, if you oppose colonialism, then you should love the colonial mascot. The colonial mascot is a symbol of fighting colonialism in America. The colonial should be their hero. I don't know who their hero is. I don't want to know who their hero is.
Honestly, I wonder who it is.
The question is, what have these entitled and ignorant history erasers ever done themselves? Those people.
Fuck you, fascist! That was their life's work. They have spent their whole lives preparing for that.
Who were shrieking and screaming. What have they ever done? What credibility do they have? What authority do they have? Outrageous. They signal their own virtue every chance they get. What virtue have they ever actually enacted or embodied? Those spoiled, overgrown children stand atop the shoulders of giants, and they think that they're flying. They never, ever seem to pause and reflect on their own imperfections. They never seem to know even what they're shouting about.
Right.
They attacked the Colonials for occupying a land previously inhabited by Native Americans.
It's so crazy to discredit someone that actually put their lives on the line to get you freedom. It's just insane to me. But since it was 400 years ago, or 300 years ago, around then, it's all fine. It's all roses and dandelions, huh? Like, it's just so disrespectful, bro. Like, I get that they had their problems. Everyone's got their own problems. Everyone's got a bad history. But to discredit your freedom, to discredit the people that fought for your freedom, is just insanely disrespectful and so arrogant.
We all occupy that same land today. Why don't any of us leave? Why don't any of them leave? They're the ones making the claim. If this is stolen land, then why don't those people pick up and go back to their ancestral lands? For most people, that would be an impossibility, because in America, we all hail ancestrally from many different places. Would I go back to Italy? Would I go back to Ireland? Would I go back to Britain?
And then even then, bro, most of them places were fought for the land. Like, the land was conquered. Like, every inch of land has been fought for. That's how we got our countries. That's how we got our sections of land. Everybody fought for the land. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe not everybody, but I think everybody, if not everybody, a major majority of people have fought to get the land that they live in, or their ancestors have fought for the land that they live in.
I don't know. I'd try to figure out a way to go back to Greenland, because I know that that's going to come back into America pretty soon. Are we really wise to cast aspersions with the perspective of 250 years on men and women who are in so many ways better than us? The anti-historical, anti-intellectual, and anti-American fanaticism that would do away with George the Colonial is caused by ignorance, of course. But more than that, it is caused by pride. Our generation's unearned and unwarranted sense of moral superiority over our ancestors. That's pride. George Washington had a motto, and GW has adopted this motto very often. We would all do well to remember it. The motto is 3 words. It says, deeds, not words. Deeds, not words. Washington was famously reticent. He didn't signal his virtue to his countrymen. George Washington didn't need to signal his virtue. He enacted
fought
virtue.
for that shit.
Our founding fathers' critics would do very well to emulate not just Washington, but so many of our colonial forebears. If they quieted their uninformed yaps and instead performed even some small fraction of the great deeds of those great men, those great American colonials, they and all the rest of us would be better off. Perhaps then, we might be interested in what those people have to say. Now, certainly, we are not. Until then, I'm sticking with George the Colonial. First in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of his countrymen. Thank you very much.
Drop some mic on their dumb ass. I mean, for real, though, like, society nowadays is just full of a bunch of weak, pathetic, sad excuses of people, man. Like, we are spoiled little brats compared to what our ancestors had to go through. Our ancestors were rugged. They built this shit. Nowadays, we just cry to get our way. It's sad as hell, bro. And I know there are some people that are brave and strong still, but the people that get the voices, the people that are heard, are always the weak, soft snowflakes, and then they get their fucking way. We need to stop giving these little babies their way. Crying and screaming "fuck you, fascist" is not a patriotic act. It is a way a child behaves whenever he doesn't get his way. But that's gonna be the end of that video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did. If you guys got anything to say about the video, let me know down below. You know I'll read every single comment. And if you fuck with your boy, will you please give me a subscription? With that said, deuces.
Raffle off a bundle, watch these niggas let them rounds off. Sound off, I demand attention like a house call. Pitch it to the click and they gon' scoop it like a ground ball. This been in the making for a long time. Long sleepless nights, baby, this done been a long grind. I put in the work cause I just wanna see my dog shine. I put in the work cause I just wanna get my